The commissioner, Adam Silver, and the Players Association Executive Director, Michelle Roberts, had an hour-long conference call on Friday to update NBA players on where the league stands on a variety of issues in light of the pandemic and everything. And I want to bring our Adrian Wojnarowski into the conversation because, Woj, it was your reporting on this that I saw Friday afternoon. I thought a lot of important and interesting things came out of that. Let's start by talking about timeline. What did Silver tell the players about the potential timelines that we're looking at here?
Greeny, he told the players that no decision had to be made in May about returning this season. So at least for the rest of this month and even into June, that they had time into June before they had to commit to returning or canceling the season.
Another thing that I heard him say, and I don't want to steal the thunder of it, was talking about the possibility of fans in the stands. What is the perspective the commissioner has right now about when we might see fans back in arenas?
Unclear, and the fact that there's no guarantee on when fans could return or how they would return, if it would be in something less than a packed arena with, essentially social distancing crowds with a limited number of people. That there are a lot of possible scenarios. But here's the one thing that Silver wanted to make clear to the players: that fans they generate about 40% of the league's revenue. And that the players and the owners are going to have to sit down here, and the collective bargaining agreement, as Silver said on that call, it was not built to withstand or endure a pandemic. And when the revenue is down, the players' salaries are going to go down, and that's a negotiation, some collective bargaining that the two sides are going to have to work out here over the next several months, because they've got to go through things like how it's going to impact the salary cap and luxury tax, and how they want how those things are going to shape those important issues around the league. But he made it clear to the players, you're going to make less money.
And then I want to read a quote that I saw from Shaquille O'Neal over the weekend. I just very quickly get a question to you on this, and then I'm going to bring in my guys. Shaq told USA Today Sports, quote, "I think we should scrap the season. Everybody go home, get healthy, come back next year. Just scrap the season, just scrap it. To try and come back now and do a rush playoffs as a player, any team that wins this year, there's an asterisk. They're not going to get the respect." And Woj, I just wanted to ask you quickly, is that a sentiment you've heard from a lot of people? I was a little taken aback when I read those comments from Shaq. Is that something that you, who are obviously talking to everyone all the time, is that a commonly held sentiment in your view?
I don't believe it is. I think if people believe that they can do it in some kind of a safe way. The one thing Silver said on the call to the players was he hoped that their goal was to have a playoff system in a resumed season that included 7-game series in each round. But yeah, this is going to be, it's going to feel like a new season. There will be an asterisk next to this champion. But you know what? There's going to be a lot of things in this world, including the NBA, that are not ideal or what we're used to, that we're going to have to accept to be able to keep moving forward. And whoever the champion is, how we get there, is probably going to be one of them this season.
No question. Woj, outstanding. Thank you, my man. Good to see you. I want to bring Marcus and Dominique back in just as athletes yourselves, because, again, I was very surprised when I read those comments from Shaquille O'Neal. And again, this is not pertaining to people's safety and health. That should go without saying. If they can't do it in a way that is safe and healthy for everybody, then that part of it goes to one side. But if they can figure out a way to do it, do you believe, Marcus, that an NBA champion this year would be a legit champ?
No, they wouldn't be a legit champ. I agree with Shaq because of the different season. And to Woj's point, like, you can look at it like that and say, hey, everybody is going to have an asterisk. Things will be changed. But comparing it to what we've compared it to since the NBA's inception, and even in times where the NBA wasn't able to have a regular season, we are going to talk about that. And legitimately, people don't have the same playing field. The thing that we talk about in sports a lot is the ability to get ready, the ability to stay in kind of some structured confines, so every guy has an opportunity to do the same thing and push themselves to that point. So when you talk about guys not being able to use facilities, when guys don't have home gyms, can't get to work workouts. Can't, like, we talked about a process of it may be needing 3 weeks for guys to get in shape before you play. Everybody is not getting in the same situation in order to try to make a run at a championship if the NBA resumes. So yes, I think it would be an asterisk. I'm not sure about scrapping the season, but it definitely wouldn't be looked at the same.
What do you think, Nick?
It sounds like you just listed a whole bunch of obstacles. Is that not the point? Like, is that not how we crown a champion who is capable of overcoming all the many obstacles? And this is just a new obstacle. I understand that this will be a unique season, and maybe we'll put an asterisk next to it, but it's not a negative one necessarily. I think whoever wins the championship, if they have a playoff this year, is the champion of the season, this very unique season, and they found a way to prepare. They found a way to stay ready. They found a way to overcome whatever psychological and emotional things they're dealing with. They found a way to overcome all the same things that other people are facing. So, yes, they are a champion. Maybe it's unique, but I still think they're a champion. They certainly deserve the respect.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah, you and I could play one-on-one, a 21 game one-on-one, and I could be the champion of that. That don't mean nobody gonna give a damn about it because it ain't the same. That's the point is you got a lot of dudes out there that they talked about this, not having the accessibility to get ready to come back and play a season. Now I get it. You say, hey, everybody facilities open at one time. They got 2 weeks to get ready and they play, but we still ain't gonna look at them as the same NBA champion as we looked at people from last year or the years previous.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.